Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4 Warlords and our playthrough as the Mimots. We are in the final stages of preparing for this war. Couple things we're going to try to do this episode. We're going to try to finalize our defenses here and upgrade these to the maximum and build up as many fleets as possible as we can, as many ships as we can get going. And we're going to kick this thing off. We've got photonic warhead systems coming in 4 months. We've got a lot of things to use here. We've got a small but lethal weapons drone. We can upgrade our beam attack by 2. We can teleport 2 fleets, and we can add surveys anomaly for what it's worth. All right, let's send it forward and see how quickly we can get this done. We should really touch base and see where everything is, but let's just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay, it's apparently 2 turns for photonic warheads. And one of the things we're going to be looking out for is hypersilicates. Whenever those turn up, we are going to want to invest heavily in those. Unfortunately, no hypersilicates, sadly. But all right, what's going on in our shipyards? We can get our bombers in 1 turn, and I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's get Serene here to get us some ass bombers. Our citizens are fickle creatures, easily bored with the products and materials we make for them. Why, they ask. With the galaxy at our doorstep, can we not sample alien goods? The flip side of the equation is also true. We could have entire planets of new consumers to sell to. Vastly expanded interstellar trade could be the greatest economic boost in our history. And our economic advisors are all for it. They recommend we immediately establish trade routes. Conscript a freighter from the Warforged and begin the process immediately. Warforged -2 favor. No, I liked my Warforged. Let's construct our own freighters. Galactic Silk Road. If we establish 3 trade routes, we'll get some kind of a boost. Not really what we're going for, in all honesty. We might give that one just a pass. We've got some more bombers here. Where is the buildup happening? If there is a buildup, I don't think Serene has started up a buildup as yet. Probably just add them into this fleet here for the moment. We've got more constructors coming out. This one is destined for like here-ish, I think. And the other we'll probably use somewhere in our home territory. I think somewhere like here would be fine. Let's just go ahead and do it. A military starbase right there. We'll leave this one standard for now. Our home planet is suffering from a devastating natural disaster. Thousands of our people have been displaced and are seeking refuge. Oh no, we ask for your assistance in this desperate time. Oh no, will you accept these refugees and help them find a new home? I have a better idea. We'll pick them up and put them to work as slaves. Yep, we'll sell them off to sell them off to one of your people for 300 credits. We get -2 relations with the corporate sector, but we get 300 bucks. Oh no, your flagship captain locates a hidden cache of precursor artifacts left behind by the ancient civilization. These artifacts not only valuable, we can choose to gain a charge of Inspire Scientist for an extra 50 research. We'll take that and pop it immediately. Just give me the straight research. Research now. Why do we have a bomber out over here? Now we do want to make progress. I think I really want those hypersilicates. Is it possible? The AI typically does not hang on to the hypersilicates. We really want to get up to sovereign immunity as well to pick up these last 2 ships. This being able to just spawn a gunboat and this being able to spawn transports, I feel will be extremely important. We're starting to see diplomacy sort of slide, but mostly because we don't give a flying. We've got the potatoes. They want like Icaron warhead clusters. They're going to give me beam weapon augmentation. And that's going to be a hard no. That's a hard no there, guys. I'm really sorry. Our flagship has stumbled upon an abandoned smuggler's hideout brimming with a treasure trove of riches. We will leave it untouched since we don't really need the cash. Let's have a look. How are we sitting on taxes? We're at medium taxes. If we drop down, we do gain a decent amount of research. And I think we will. We'll drop down to normal taxes. We can probably ditch free media in favor of something like a shipyard stimulus. Could go a long way. And I think it is time. We'll go ahead and do it. Shipyard stimulus. It is even less money, but 20% to our military production is going to help get out some of these ships from our other shipyards faster. We got more bombers. We are going to max out this fleet, I think. Just add them all in there, baby. Big old fleet. I think we just stock these guys in Fen. Okay, so how long will it take us to get out a El Mimo? Still 12 turns. I think we continue. But I want to check after we build this bomber if that number actually has gone down. But at some point we have to commit to it. Here we're doing a mix of ass and missiles. Let's just mix it up a little bit. That's your future. The cricketers have been destroyed. Oh no. There's photonic warhead systems for the Malaria X warheads and the photonic warheads, which is a big upgrade. The Archean Republic comes with a proposal. The Baratak Grove are a serious threat. We're not declaring war on that just yet. We do get photonic torpedo arrays for our star bases. Let's choose a new tech. We would very much like something like manufacturing capital, I feel like, and the Minister of Production. We also want sovereign immunity. They're both really good pickups. Shield regeneration as well, also quite nice. I think manufacturing capitals. And let's have a look at these star bases. We really want the next upgrade for the star bases, and I'm not sure where those come in. Let's have a look at the tech navigator. We also want to get up to research matrix. That's another one that we're going to want to rush. Lots of stuff to get here. There is a lot that we want. It is the gravity field generator and the slipstream generator. These are the two things that we want. So let's get manufacturing capitals. Warp theory is definitely going to be something that we want, and sovereign immunity. We need these three techs. I wish I could queue them up, but we can't. So be it, but those are three technologies that we need. Choose a region to improve here. It's basically, we're full up. We're full up. There's a bit of pollution. There's no crime here to speak of. We would like anything that gives us any kind of adjacency for manufacturing. I mean, the security monitor does give us a +1 to research, so dropping that down somewhere would be good, I guess, but I don't think we need it. I think at this point we just get another manufacturing district. Population here is not changing because we are once again starving. Do we have a solution for that somewhere? We do. It's a little bit far. Let's bump this up the priority chain. Irrigation network has to happen. Let's get that done. Fen, we were on 12 turns. This has dropped to 11, so that is good. I guess we'll keep cranking you guys out. We need to update these with our latest missiles, our latest and greatest, and we'll probably be staying on this tech for a while. So edit new ship, show ship designs, go down to our bombers, edit the doctrine. Yeah, I still like assassin. Plus 25% weapon cooldown does make us shoot slower, and I would kind of like to be attacking faster. And I think I'm just going to go with the classic assault here. Swap out the Cerberus. So this will be an increase from 15 missile attacks up to, lose the E-web, 15 attack up to 30 attack, doubling our ability. But we do lose a little bit in terms of utility, but that's okay. Doubling our damage seems pretty good. We'll save the ass bomber and we'll update all of our bombers as well. The MB bomber, get rid of those two. Go in the photonic warhead, save that one. We probably want to update El Mimo. This is fine the way it is. Take out that one warhead and throw in. I actually think we can lose one of these shields in favor of the photonic warheads. We got plenty of shields. We can actually throw on 2 photonic warheads just in case it needs to shoot back at something. With that one change, I'm okay with that. Save that design. Yes, that might change how long it takes for an El Mimo to get out. And we might as well update the shield for all as well. While we're here, just get it all pushed out. Okie dokies. So we'll just crank these out. That should bring El Mimo down to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 turns. Sure. Do that. Add in those ships. Continue the build-up. The Aquanaut protectors have ripped through the cricketers. I'm sorry. Let's just see if we can produce another free ship. We should refit some of these cruisers. Where is my ship that can split? We need the Lorang. Lorang, where are you? Maybe you? Yes. 2 more months. Good to know. All right, how are we doing? We're still 5th in science. I wonder who's ahead of us. We need hypersilicates. Come on, hypersilicates. No updates yet, unfortunately. Fen has finished its final production, and this city is basically dunzos. We don't need to do anything else here. We might optimize this. We don't really need some of you guys being scientists. But let's look if there's anybody here who's particularly good at, you know, being a worker. That would be diligence. Anybody with super diligence? Nope. I mean, you will be a good worker with your 16 diligence. And that, if anybody was wondering why some of these Mimots have crazy stats, is because they're pacifists and they're having their stats quadrupled. So anybody with the pacifist trait here is going to be particularly good at basically everything, any and everything. We do have a lot of scientists. There's a nice mix here, and I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. We got one extra person here. That's okay. And as for production, I guess we've got a lot of modules. We probably need a bit more. For now, that'll be okay. Gatria, our science planet, you are not in a position to make anything for us except for supply ships. And do you even need these supply ships right now? What are you working on? Yeah, we could actually use those supply ships, so get them in there. Hammer, I had higher hopes for you in terms of what you could produce for us. I feel like some more constructors would be good, and this should help with the food situation a little bit. That'll finish off the irrigation network as well as get us probably one of these tiles, probably two of these tiles. So this is all taken care of. We'll see how that reflects up there. We're at -17 at the moment. Your fame on Albiro has caused the governor, Surline III, to hold a massive fundraiser in my honor, 300 treasury. Wow, thanks. And we can take one of you bombers and slip you in there. The others will head off to this starbase. We'll start building up yet another fleet. We're starting to look pretty solid over here. Do we have a shields for all in this fleet? We do. So this will be like our defensive fleet, our home system defensive fleet. We've got this, and we need like an assault fleet. We've encountered a derelict cargo container drifting in the vast darkness of space. Weapon jammer, prototype warhead. We didn't steal this, we found it. We can extract the thulium. I think we'll take the weapon jammer, add it to our vault. This will give +5 evasion to something. We'll save it for one of our bigger ships, methinks. We've got manufacturing capitals coming down. We're going to add that into our production chain and see how it changes stuff. We do have a military, sorry, that's a mining starbase. We probably want to buff those up as well, but there's manufacturing capitals. That's going to be a civilization achievement as well as a minister of production. The antimatter power plant we'll probably want as well, but let's stick with the plan, and the plan was to go ahead and get warp theory for that gravity field generator and slipstream generator. We're going to want both of those. Go ahead and queue that up. We have a strong suggestion for you. Our syndicates thrive on being able to trade technologies. We would appreciate it if you would let us, some of our associates, tour your research labs. Decline the alliance. I'm sorry, our doors are now closed. They would like orbital deployment mastery. They will give us warp theory, starbase refineries, experimental weapons, and a whole bunch of other junk. And I think that's a no. I don't want anybody else to have carriers if it can be avoided, but I will give you a research treaty since you've asked so nicely. And if you would kindly give me neural mapping. My would you kindly did not work. That's not the way that's supposed to happen. You say would you kindly, and they're just like yes. So what can we give you that we are not really upset to part with? Maybe advanced composites. That leads on to dreadnought doctrines. That's a no. We don't want that. I would really just like to give you a bunch of cash for this. So yeah, sovereign immunity will get us access to our bigger ships, and we don't really lose anything. Credits and exploration treaty, research treaty, that's fine. Approved. And now we can get big ships. No hypersilicates, I am sad to report, but it is time to find leaders. Any of you boys pacifists? Doesn't look like it. And you're all pretty terrible. Can we invite leaders? We can invite some leaders. Let's get some leaders in here. None of you guys look like good commanders. Really, really bad. Really, really bad. I guess you're one of the better commanders that we can hope for. Let's go ahead and take you out. We'll go ahead and make you the commander of the battleship, the Doulahan. And that could start spawning out transports for us. I don't know if that's good or bad, because we can use making transports to sort of get rid of citizens that we don't like in favor of better citizens, but we are going to need a lot of transport, so it's fine. Let's go ahead and spawn in a transport and see how this works. It does take 3 Prometheon to make happen. Oop, there we go. Free transport, and that's every 10 months. Fine. You got yourself a transport, sir. Now, you cannot, in fact, do any sort of anomaly scanning. So I think you're a perfect candidate to build a fleet around. I would love a spare shields for all. I will borrow this one. Make sure this fleet is ready to go. And any future ass bombers that come out will join this fleet, I think. This will be our assault fleet that's going to go around and claim the rest of this sector for us while we hold the front lines here and defend against incursions. And eventually, once we've secured this, onto phase 2. Now, we do see a fleet over here. They've got quite a lot of shield strength of 40, 170 evasion, but this is the total. Let's take a sample. Let's say we're looking at this frigate here. All right, they've got standard evasion, pretty standard shields, and a bit of everything in terms of weaponry. Shouldn't be too hard to surmount. There's a lot of them, but 42 is pretty standard. We're not looking at anything too amazing, I think. We have 50, so just a very slightly little bit more, but I think our strategy is just going to be superior. We are going to want a couple more constructors, though. All right, let's put you guys to sleep for now until you're ready. Love to see hypersilicates. That way, the Luxor Dominion have been destroyed. The Intwiri aggregate. The Eyebolians also kind of getting wild. There's Warp Theory getting us slipstream generators and the gravity field generator. Both of these cost Prometheon, so we're going to need to hold on to that. The Onyx Hive have a proposal. They want us to declare war on the Phalanoids. Not yet. Choose a new tech. And the other key piece of our technology that we're going for, we actually got via trading, so we can skip on that. Maybe neural mapping, allowing us to upgrade our research. Albiro, I would love you to be able to one-turn bombers. Let's keep the supply train going and see if maybe we can get you there. This will help the Tower of Endless Night. A manufacturing capital. Yes, a lot of pollution. Pollution here is still an issue. Yes, okay. Okay. We're down to -10, so we shaved 7 off of that. That's good. That's gonna finish up fairly soon. What's the next project? Let's just kind of fill out a little bit more on manufacturing. I want this planet to be able to actually produce. How are your citizens? They're kind of meh. Zergonmon similarly is also a very sad state. I'm a bit disappointed with the outcome. I mean, you are making money, kind of what we had this planet doing. I'm actually going to build this surveillance center. Crime is not an issue, but the +1 adjacency to military, that's a really nice tile. It'll be a +9. It's not really a big deal. It's not a lot that we really need to do here. 22 turns on manufacturing is just far too long, though. And with this adjacency, we might just be able to get a little bit of extra manufacturing that we can use to get bombers out in 1 turn. So something like that. It's also kind of going to be a bit polluted here. So we'll get climate control, not climate control, sorry, an atmospheric cleanser. And you're supposed to be making us money, so we might as well go for the orbital market for the +1 wealth. These bombers, these are our latest run of bombers with Cerberus no, these are Cerberus. We don't really care about these ones. We don't want these to be part of our main assault force. Those are going to be dudes that are maxed out. Our latest models, so to say. Swing them out over this way. You guys, however, do have photonic warheads. So you go in here. Very nice. Supply ships for Zergamon. Korean regime has declared war on the Terran Alliance. Good to know as well. That is interesting. All right, what do we got here? More of our older model bombers. We should have changed these, but it's fine. We'll just send everything. I really should set rally points for these, but I feel like where we're sending our fleets are going to change repeatedly, and I don't want to have to keep on top of it. You guys go in there. Flagship finds a derelict mining drone, +1 Helios ore or Durantium. Helios ore, I will take that. Our constructor is in place. That's another military starbase right there. Beautiful. Anything that just takes regular modules, I'm happy to build. We'll leave that alone for now. We are going to prioritize this, and I'm feeling like we could maybe use a secondary ring over here and one over here. Maybe 2 more constructors for the front lines. I might be going a little bit overboard with this. But for our final pacifism, we can get Sanctuary. Now, Sanctuary is going to give 25% social to all of our units and a +1 to diplomacy and unlocks the consensus maker technology. I don't know what that is. We will check it out. Might as well get our capstone of Sanctuary. Food is back down to 0. Love it. Neural mapping is happening. And what is this consensus maker? We get a whole bunch of diplomacy, and our diplomacy skills will increase every month. That may help us when we decide to give the middle finger to the entire galaxy and go to war. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this plus evasion on that ship. And does he have beam attacks? Kinetic and beam. I think I'll hang on to it and see what the other capital ship is. We have to keep an eye out on any potential talent. There's neural mapping allowing us to get upgraded research. Strat Nation have built the Navigation Center Galactic Achievement. Good for you. Now, the research matrix will allow us to get quantum physicists, which is going to cause another spike in our science. Over on Hammer, maybe 2 turns is enough on a bomber. Let's get out some supply ships. These will be constructors. And we did want another military starbase. These planets aren't that important. Really, the only other important planet is Gatria for our science, and maybe Serena. So we should probably look at having a military starbase at least somewhere down here. Let's plug that hole if we can. And the other, I guess we might as well send to Zergonmon, which is up here. Or we reinforce. I think we reinforce. Let's do it. Serena, a shield for all in 7 turns. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do something like that. Once you finish this run, we'll see where you stand on making us a shield for all. Some extra movement would be good as well if we max out our movement. That's another thing we can look at. But man, the build-up when you have 2 ships coming out every single turn happens quite quickly. One thing I'm noticing though with a battleship, a transport, the shields for all, you can't get that many bombers, especially if we put in a carrier. But when you consider a carrier has a whole bunch of ships that come along with it, it'll be fine. Our ships have stumbled upon a lost cog container adrift in the vastness of space. An ancient food replicator does sound really good. Give me the ancient food replicator. That only increases our ship range by 5. Not really what I thought it would do. Whatever, sure. Just pop it on something. Thought we would actually get more food out of that, but apparently that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Come on, hypersilicates. I would be okay prematurely starting this war with our setup as it is, but there is research matrix getting us quantum physicists, choose a new tech, and really where we go from here, we have everything that we want. Maybe more armor could be good. Antimatter detonations is always quite nice. I really like the idea of Orion's Spear, but maybe we could get the Minister of Health position. Speaking of Minister of Health, we have a position to fill. We could also go for like beam attacks, just so we have some backup weaponry. But I kind of like the idea of all-inning. An extra 10% to our shields could be good. I mean, it's all good. What does Claytonics do for us? Claytronics. You know, get me the antimatter power plant. Not a lot of pollution, does cost antimatter. It's a galactic achievement. Plus 3 levels to all adjacency. I'll take it. Okay, we've got the Mantis coming in. They want battleship doctrine. They're giving us not enough. Goodbye. Not enough. Not even close. Not even close to enough. Guys, what you're asking for, unreasonable. Just build up this. Very nice. There is hypersilicates. Okay, and they're not that expensive. We will need durantium. We'll need a little bit of antimatter, not that much. It also sells for like nothing. We will have to sell off some promethium to afford all of this that we're going to get. Same thing with thulium. Just sell it all down, and let's see how many we can actually buy. Something like that. We've got 25 in the bank to play around with. Now let's have a look at our starbases. So this guy, front and center, 3 durantium for the interstellar defense module. We'll get a slipstream generator, which does negative 25% moves. This says this boosts the speed of our nearby ships, but I don't know if that negative move cost counts for our ships as well as the enemies. But I'm going to pick it up anyway. The gravity field generator gets us extra move costs while slowing enemy ships. That increases the cost of moving through this field. This reduces our movement cost, so we get a movement boost going through the slipstream generator and an extra bit of tactical speed in combat. The gravity field generator hurts the enemy, so we want that. The interstellar defense module, we want that. We want harpoon salvos, photonics, durantium composites, and this is basically where we want all of our starbases to be. We could definitely use better shields. What's your shield strength at? 500. I mean, that's pretty good. All right, on to the next one. Omega Starbase, Photonics, Gravity Field, Slipstream Generator. I'm going to hold off on the Slipstream Generator until we've done the rounds and made sure we can get all of the stuff that we want. Starbase Defenses, Advanced, Omega. Let's do those first. You're already Omega'd. Deep Space 5, I feel like, is one we just built. We've lost the plot. We've lost the plot. You get upgraded to Omega. You should be an Omega. You know, I'm just going to do this and we'll cut back when we've finished off. We wouldn't mind getting interceptors as well, but we need Xanthium for that. We'll have a look if we can make that happen. Okay, so all of these should now be Omega Starbase up. We have run out of antimatter. We will want some more. Let's see what trading we can do. Also Xanthium. There is Xanthium. I feel like we buy up some Xanthium to get interceptors. We can sell off a bit of Prometheon. We'll get more in a few turns, but that's probably the best we can do. We're also out of Durantium, but we do farm that up quite quickly. Let's pick up the antimatter because it's cheap. Okay, something like this. Now we want to make sure this guy has got interceptors and this guy has got gravity field generators and photonic torpedoes. We need more Durantium. We've got more upgrades, but I'm very happy where these guys are at right now. We want barrier arrays on everything. I'm just gonna put them on every starbase. I don't actually care. Might as well fill you out with the slipstream generator as well. Photonics, gravity. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the first round of upgrades has happened. This is quite the blockade we've got here. I feel like anybody coming through this is in for a bad time, but I mean, they're really strong. They're really, really strong. We might not even have enough defenses. I might be able to blow through this without problems, but we're gonna find out. Can we get this thing going? Can we actually start up the war? We have the beginnings of a fleet here, a sizable fleet here. Let's hang on for a couple turns. Couple more turns before we pull the trigger on this puppy. Right, there is antimatter power plants. Beautiful. Choose a new tech. Assault shuttles. We also are going to need more modules, but that's okay. We need to assign somebody to our Minister of Production. That was a little bit of a whoopsies. Should have done that a while ago. That's one turn economic development. We frequently traverse your space during our explorations. In fact, as you know, everyone does, but we would like to offer you a token of goodwill. Accept the technology and allow continued exploration. +1 moves to all ships. Yeah, love that. Thank you. They would also like to trade. Warp theory, they're going to give me alliances. I think we're past the point of needing alliances. Do you have any other tech that maybe you are interested in giving up? We could take extreme colonization. I think we would like terraforming. If we can get Planetary Recycling Center, it's a building that gives extra manufacturing and reduces pollution. It seems like it's a natural thing. They want more. They do seem like they're a bit behind, don't they, the poor humans? You know what, my guys? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Good luck. Our exploration has led us to an artifact of precursor origin, a device once capable of bending the fabric of space-time, a third wormhole generator. Oh, you guys are going on a journey. Now, back on Serena, we have another Mimot. He's actually a really good one to turn into a worker. Beautiful. Upgrade the manufacturing. We should probably get the antimatter power plant down here just so we can get this built up a little bit. And it is a galactic achievement. We don't have great adjacency. I feel like if we built it here would be better. We'd hit this. I would also like to hit the starport if possible. Maybe it's time we remove the supply depot. That's a +11 supply depot. That's giving us a lot of approval. Let's say we destroy it and we check the antimatter power plant. I'm much happier with this hitting all of that. And we get this back here. It's a +8. It'll still be fine. Let's get that built in 4 turns. Then the supply depot. Back to upgrading our manufacturing. And that should cause a significant and not insignificant spike on this planet. Pollution's a bit wild on this planet. We do have an atmospheric cleanser. We will want a space elevator here as well. I think actually getting climate control in places is going to help us. But I'm going to hold this slot for something else maybe when the inspiration strikes us. For now, this is going to be good. We do want that terraforming tech though, because the +2 to manufacturing adjacency is very nice. And reduction in pollution also quite good. So we'll probably angle in for that. In fact, do we have that technology? No. We'd have to get through extreme colonization first. We'll hard research it ourselves. We're past leaning on the AI. Let's get this fleet squared away. Ben is looking good with 171. How long on an El Mimo? 10 turns. That's a long time. Something like this. Just a couple more turns. We'll need to develop Fen out a little bit more if we can. A manufacturing capital, extra pollution, but we can get some pollution sorted out here. +3 manufacturing adjacency. Where would we put that? We should have a reshuffle of this planet. I think we'll probably end up building the manufacturing capital on Serena. We're going to need Durantium for that. That's fine. We'll get that in a couple turns. But this is where we are. I really do want to hit the go button on this war. But alright, there's extreme colonization getting us up to terraforming, which we do want. That's a 1-turn thing. That'll get us the planetary recycling center. It's going to help. You want us to declare war on Strat Nation? No? Well, we will eventually, but not right now. Supply ships go to... Let's send one to Serena to finish that off. Get the other to Albiro. Our bombers. Yep, let's max out this fleet. Beautiful. Still can't 1-turn bombers. You hate to see it. Supply ship. We should be able to get there, especially if we upgrade that 60 on the pollution. I think that's a good tile to convert right there. I mean, it's not bad. We're not in a bad spot. It is taking us longer to get the build up than I would like. I feel like we're losing our timing attack window. There's another military starbase. Go ahead and put you down until we need it. Get you one of those. We're going to need our Durantium. Just hang on for a second. There's terraforming for the planetary recycling center, as well as terraforming modules and the ability to upgrade our agriculture. That's all great. I don't think we need the infinite garden. Platronics and singularity power plants, probably where we want to go. Let's pick up drone soldiers as well. Your fleet stumbles upon an ancient artifact floating in the depths of space. Its origin is unknown. Give us +1 Durantium. Back on Fen, we can get a Durantium. We could upgrade this tile. I feel like that's the better tile to convert. Upgrade the research. At least we're keeping busy. We're keeping things to do here. As members of the Aquanaut Protectors, we implore you to assist us in our conflict with the treacherous Intweri Aggregate. I'm sorry. We have bigger fish to fry right now. Let's get out more supply ships to help Galtria out. Beautiful. I think we're almost finished with the run of bombers over here, but that's okay. We'll just add them into the home defense fleet once they get where they need to go. Up on the market, nothing too exciting. We do have that 10, that sweet 10 Durantium. So let's go ahead and plant down the manufacturing capital. We want this to hit the antimatter power plant. Actually, it doesn't matter if it hits the antimatter power plant. This doesn't give us any manufacturing in and of itself. Our capital city's in a bad place, it feels like. We can terraform this. Then that would be a great spot. We'll make this into something as well. Like the planetary recycling center would go pretty crazy right there. It's only a +2, but we'll do it. We can probably find a better spot for it. I don't know. I'll think about it. Except I won't. I'll forget about it if I don't. If I don't shuffle things around. Let's maybe destroy this. We'll move the supply depot there. Planetary recycling for 8. That's -32. A little bit. The adjacency here shouldn't have mattered too much. And then we get a fat manufacturing capital down on this tile. I like it. Much happier with that. Okay, I think it's time. I can wait no more. We will finalize our defenses here, hit the go button, and see what the AI has to throw at us. Research has been completed on drone soldiers. That gives us shatter attacks plus 10% soldiering, leading on to killbots. I think I kind of want those killbots. Being able to upgrade our manufacturing further does have some worth. The Manti-Cluster presents an opportunity. The corporate sector are a growing menace. We think it's important to take preventative measures before they become unstoppable. At this time, we are unable to act. However, if you declare war on them, we will grant you access to the technology of kinetic weapons targeting to assist in the conflict. We will declare war on the corporate sector. Mantis, I don't really want to accept this because I would like to check, but screw it. We're done. We're at war. It's a war of annihilation, folks. These people have to die. We said we were going to do like a 2-part war. No, this is going until one of us no longer exists. These guys have 70% prestige, and it is go time. Declare the war. We knew you could count on you. Thank you very much. Let's do this. finalize all of our starbases. Wouldn't mind getting some more interceptors here. We definitely want the Xalon defense system, Durantium composites. I think we can skip on that for now. We don't have that many modules to play around with. Xalon defenses. We have a lot of things to do here. All right, so we're going to need a couple things here. We're going to need more Durantium, shockingly. Lots more Durantium. These things are 6, 7, 8 more Durantium. We might have to foot the bill for this. They're really expensive though. I think not. We wait a couple turns. I don't love it, but we'll wait. We'll see what other defenses, but this ring is pretty solid, and it is of course omega'd up. We really need this backline to be a bit better off. So much Durantium has gone into these defenses. Okay. I mean, we really only have one fleet on the defense here and sort of like a backup fleet. These guys don't even have a shields for all. So they're really just going to be replenishing any losses that come out of this fleet, our main fleet. I would love you to be in position. The breakthrough in universal translator technology has opened a gateway for interspecies communication. Let's construct the Galactic Nexus Pavilion. We're not turning our homeworld into an amusement park. I'm afraid not. Your flagship arrives at the strange artifact. What it once did can only be known to the ancient precursors. +1 antimatter. We're also going to have to take a look at our ships and where they are and what they're doing. This is a massive full fleet that has a cruiser and a bunch of bombers. I don't think, and a shields for all. So you're pretty much good to go immediately. Do you have the ability to siege? You do not. So you're going to need a siege unit. I believe I have one of those parked somewhere. Just chilling. It's over here on Fen. Okay, we're going to need you to do a little swing by Fen. Abandon the survey. Time has passed. Abandon the survey. Okay, and you do have the ability to siege and the ability to produce more siege. We'll have another one in 1 month. That's very good. You're pretty much maxed out. So this was going to be on our assault fleet. Let's go ahead and get you on out there assaulting. First stop, Chasun. Go. Don't worry about the homelands. We can defend. Everybody else, park your asses in a starbase. We do want to upgrade this military base at least a little bit. We've got barrier arrays. We're going to need to go all the way up. We need modules as well. So before diplomacy absolutely goes down the shitter, let's do a little bit of trading. Open borders. I mean, it's fine for now. We want a little bit more than that though. Go through, get our open borders with everybody who we care about on the surface. We don't really have any treaties that we can give to people. What would you give me for an exploration treaty, my friends? You will give me some modules for an exploration treaty, and that is not nothing. So we'll take that. That's some modules. Our friends the Terrans will probably do the same thing. I say our friends, but we are about to unleash hell on the galaxy. That's fine. Open borders. Let's do a little housekeeping while we're here. Housekeeping. And I think that's it. Okay, done. So we've got back up our module quota. We should at least be able to get things like starbase defenses, harpoon salvos, photonics. Want those Durantium composites, but we can't just yet. We don't really need these. Just a whole bunch of Durantium. Just an absolute shit ton. Now our Durantium mines are probably worth upgrading. Let's have a look at our starbases and see which are producing for us. This guy could probably use a little bit of extra defense for what it's worth. This guy can absolutely use a little bit more defense for what it's worth. I don't believe for 1 second that it's going to stop an enemy fleet, but it may hurt them. It may cost them. It might make them think twice. All right, back on hammer. Yeah, 1 turn bombers. Go. Serene, you can probably get us a shields for all if we get Illyrium. So let's go ahead and get another set of shields for all. We need something like 14. 1 shield for all, please. That's a 1 turn shield for all. Let's do it. And let's garrison this military starbase in preparation. But okay, we have done it. The war has begun. Our opponent is the corporate sector, and they are very powerful indeed. They are stronger than us in almost every respect. They need to go. They need to go. And if they are that strong, it kind of makes me wonder where the rest of the AI is. Now, we do actually need to go through and pull back in some of these flagships that are all by their lonesome, like this guy. I need you to not be in enemy territory, sir. Come home. You do have a respectable amount of HP and you're a cruiser. So why don't you link up with this guy? You clone yourself, give yourself some more ships. In fact, abandon and link with this. I expect ships to be coming out any second now. And let's just get you guys nice and safe for the moment. We'll send you over to this shipyard. Aid with the defense there if you can. And we'll have to watch very closely this front line because these... I want you guys fall back in case anything slips through. I want you guys to be in this front and center. And hopefully the rest of you guys can actually tank some hits. Now you are also in position. That'll happen next turn. And that's where we will end off this episode. On the eve of war. Let's have a look at the rest of the galaxy. It is quite a large galaxy indeed, and we see some powers out there. There are some monsters. Who are you guys? Sanguine Marauders, looking pretty good. The Taurian regime also looking very strong, but they've got a lot of contests. Now, if we're looking at some of the other fleet powers out there, it's looking pretty scary. Compared to us. I don't know how I feel about this, guys. I don't know. I don't know. This could go horribly. This could have been many hours of build-up or not a lot of success. But we'll see. I'm confident. I believe. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. We're almost at 500 subscriptions. Our very first channel goal. Almost there, guys. Please help a brother out. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good shit. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.